calculation. First of all, as because we are supposed to know the net force on minus q. So, obviously, as because I have taken all 6 point charges at each and every corner. So, obviously, it will be messy. Like calculation mess up with the no issue. We will be concentrating on concept part, right? So, negative, there will be repulsive. So, I will say this is FDC, let it be identified something as F1, right? Plus Q minus Q, that will be attractive force, this is FDB, let it be F2. Plus Q minus Q, this will be this way, it is FDA, let it be F3, okay. Now, here it is minus 2q minus q, so that will be repelling it as FDF, let it be F4, and finally this positive will attract negative this way, this is FDE, this is F5. Instead of, it's very difficult to keep the 5 different terms, so we would like to relate them so far as F2 is concerned. You can see the geometry, like you know that this angle, what is the total angle at the one vertex in a regular hexagon? It should be 120 degree, yes or no? Total angle at the interior angle at one vertex will be 120 degrees, so half of that means 60 degree. So, this side is A, this is 60, that means how much is this? This is undoubtedly A sin 60. I am talking about this much, A sin 60, yes or no? This is A sin 60, so I can write down A into root 3 by 2, right? So, therefore, the distance that is concerned with defining the magnitude of F2, so F2 will be K into Q into Q, so that is Q square divided by square of the distance. Distance will be twice of this is root 3 by 2 of A, this will also be root 3 by 2 of A. That means twice of this, it will be altogether root 3A, so square of that it will be 3A square. So, this is F2, and what was F1? F1 was simply, it was K Q square by A square. So, if F2 is this, so can I say F2 is nothing but other than F1 by 3? Is that clear? Are you getting me? F2 is nothing but other than 1/3 of F1, fine. So, now moving to the next, let it be this is F3. F3 will be again K Q square. So, diagonal of the regular hexagon is twice the side, the edge length is A, so diagonal length will be 2A, so square of that it will be 4A square, means F3 is again F1 by 4, got my point. Now, coming to F4, in order, in case of F4 will be K, interacting charge magnitude is 2Q and Q here, so it will be 2Q square, and the distance of between F and D will be as good as that between B and D. BD was root 3A, so this will also be root 3A, so square of that it will be 3A square, got my point. So, can I write down F4 is 2/3 of F1? So, you can see each and every force is going to be simplified in one term, right? So, F4 is going to be 2/3 of F1, and then finally F5, which is the force between E and D, that was separation wise A and product of the magnitude is saying that it is K into 2Q square by A square. So, this is equal to 2F1. So, that means all forces are now available in term of the one expression F1 that will help us to simplify the overall thing. So, now I will go for the geometrical simplification. This is the point D, right? I am having F3 this way, right? I am having F3 this way. I am having F2 this way, right? I am having F1 this way, right? I am having F5 this way, and I am having F4 this way, right? Are these the forces available? I mean, all co-initial vectors, if I show all of them as co-initial vectors, it will be appearing like this. So now referring this line as x-axis, if I take this is the horizontal line x-axis, this is the vertical line, referring this is to be x, this is to be y, right? I can resolve all of them bringing it along x and y. So what will be the force? Geometry wise you can see this will be 30 degree. Okay, this one will be again 60 degree. This one will be 30 degree. Are you getting me? Are you getting me or not? So if this is 30 degree, yes, this is 30 degree. So this one will be, just a minute, 60, 90, 30. So this one will be 30. So this will be 60. This will be 60 now. So these are the angles we find for vectors to be resolved so that we can bring them along x and y. So total force on x axis I can write down Fx. Check it out, Fx. I will get one component of F4 in the towards positive x. So that will be F4 into cos 30. That is plus minus, that is minus F3. This one component of this minus F2 cos 30. Component of this minus F5 cos 60. These are all x component forces, right? These are all x component forces. And similarly Fy, the forces on y axis, I'll get y of this, y of this, y of this, y of this. So two positive y component. One will be F4 sin 30 plus this is F2 sin 30 minus this one will be F1 sin 60 and this one minus F5 sin 60. Got it? You know all F4, F2, F3, F5, all you know in term of F1. So I have brought all the forces along x and y. After simplifying the Fx value and Fy value, the final result will be F equal to under root of Fx square plus Fy square. Got it or not? Could you follow this one? So whenever there will be multiple forces, multiple vectors, to get the resultant one, you have to resolve them bringing in one set of two mutually perpendicular reference lines, such that finally you can use Pythagoras to get the resultant of all of them. While resolving it, you must be careful that the geometrical angle what you are taking, you should be careful in that, otherwise it is absolutely okay. Is that clear?